Hi, I'm in New York and it's really hot. This summer, extended heat waves are forecasted for the West, Southwest, Gulf Coast, Florida, and the Northeast, putting pressure on infrastructure and raising health concerns. Many cities are likely to endure extreme temperatures, sparking discussions around adaptation strategies and community-based solutions. But don't sweat it, literally. I'm Hackrobat, and this is Operation Heatwave, your ultimate guide to staying cool without draining your bank account. In this video, we're breaking down 50 of the most important heatwave hacks, and not just to survive the summer, but to save serious cash while doing it. We're going to talk about how to cool your home without blasting the AC all day, how to cool your body fast, even without fancy gadgets, simple car hacks that make a huge difference when dealing with brutal temperatures, what to eat and drink to stay cool from the inside out, budget tools and smart upgrades that won't break the bank, and finally, lifestyle changes that'll help you survive and thrive in a heat wave. So grab an icy drink, maybe a fan, and let's get into it. Close your blinds and curtains during the day. It blocks the sun and traps cooler air. Use blackout curtains or foil, or even that one you have in the car, that big thing you put on your windshield for the windows as well, because it helps keep the heat out. It's cheap and high impact. Set up a cross breeze at night. You can open windows on opposite sides of the house to have that cross breeze. You can also place a bowl of ice behind a fan. It's like DIY AC, I do it all the time. Turning ceiling fans counterclockwise pushes cool air down. Unplug unused electronics because they radiate heat. Use LED lights. They don't emit as much heat as incandescent lights. Sleep on the floor. Heat rises, the floor stays cooler. Freeze a towel or a sheet before bed and use it as a neck warmer or a blanket. Add reflective window film. It reduces heat by 30%. Take cold showers. It sounds obvious, but it's super effective. You can use peppermint soap. It creates a tingling on the skin. Soak feet in icy water. It'll make your body temperature drop so quickly. If you don't have time to ice washcloths or sheets, you can simply just wet washcloths and put them on your neck, you put it on your wrists. If you put something wet on a pulse point or something cold on one of your pulse points, it makes you cooler faster. You can also carry a mini spray bottle and mist yourself throughout the day. I do this all the time. I'm a hairdresser, so I have so many spray bottles. Sometimes I even put them in the fridge and just kind of mist myself anytime I get super, super hot. You could also freeze aloe vera and use it kind of as a gel stick. Freeze grapes or cucumber slices. It's literally a snack and a facial refresh in one. Avoid alcohol and caffeine. They both dehydrate you. Wear light-colored, loose, breathable clothes, and as little as possible. I know I'm a hypocrite right now, I'm wearing black, but I just don't have a lot of lighter colored clothes. Keep your hair up and wet. The neck and scalp are cooling zones. I like to get out of the shower and braid my hair in French braids. The hair will stay wet longer and therefore cool you down more. Use a windshield cover for your car. It reflects the sunlight away and therefore cools your car more. You can also crack windows slightly to release some of the hot air. Start with the windows open for a minute before turning on your AC. It lets the hot air that's been sitting escape faster. I know it sucks. I do this all the time, but it really, really helps the AC kind of kick in quicker too. Cover seats and steering wheels with towels, especially if you have leather seats. It'll help prevent burns and it'll help it just not get as hot. You can use the car fan and ice hacks for DIY cool air. I freeze wet sponges and put them on my lap for when I go on the car ride. Try to park in the shade if you can. And if some part of your car has to be in the sun, try to have the back part in the sun and not where you generally sit. So if that part heats up, it's not as bad as if the part where you're sitting in heats up, if that makes sense. Drink icy water often. Hydration equals cooling. You can also add cucumber, lemon, and mint to the water, which makes it refreshing and is almost like a natural sort of juice to have. I add lemon to my water every single day. It's also really good for your skin. It really brightens your skin. Eat watermelon and other frozen fruit. Watermelon is full of water to rehydrate you and is also full of electrolytes. Make your own smoothies or slushies. There's a ton of videos on how to do that if you don't know how, especially with the slushies. I make a smoothie almost every night and it requires no heat, which is really nice. You can cold brew tea or even make sun tea. That's when you like throw like a bag of tea in a container, fill it with water, and then throw it outside for a couple of hours and it makes iced tea. I would then take that and put it in the fridge and make your own iced tea. Eat lighter meals more often. Avoid hot, heavy, or even greasy foods. Make meals that don't need to be heated. So I personally just make sandwiches with cheese. If you like deli meats, you could just throw that on. PB&J, just jelly, just jam, just peanut butter, you know, whatever floats your boat. The idea is you don't have to use heat. And if you do have to cook, try to cook once or twice during the week. For example, I made a breakfast burrito with eggs, onions, and peppers. I made 5 of them instead of 1. And then I just put everything in the fridge and had one each day for breakfast. Avoid protein-heavy meals in the peak heat. They raise internal temperatures. Also get these kind of gel packs that they have. You could freeze them and wrap around your neck. Again, your wrist, anywhere you want. You could also use battery-powered neck or USB fans. I swear by these things, and I even have 2. I have one for myself and one for a guest. Also, I kind of use the other one if one of them dies, and then I'll just throw the other one on. Fabulous. It cools your neck from cools this area of your head. You could also use portable evaporative coolers, aka swamp coolers. If you don't have a gel pack, you could freeze rice in a sock or some sort of cloth and use that as a gel pack. Keep your lotion or face mist in the fridge, or like I said, the spray bottle. You could even just spray your hair if you want throughout the day. You can use a frozen water bottle in bed or just on the go. The best thing you can do is, if you can, avoid outdoor activity from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Run errands earlier or later when temperatures are the lowest. You can also hang out in public AC zones like the library, malls, museums. Visit cooling centers if they are available in your city. Sometimes they're not. Use a microwave, a crock pot, a grill, a convection oven instead of using your oven to avoid heating the house. Spend time in your basement or lower floors. They tend to be cooler because heat tends to rise. Declutter to improve airflow indoors. Nap during the hardest hours. You save energy and you avoid heat. Keep pets cool with frozen treats or fans. You can also put some ice cubes in their water. I do this all the time. You can camp out in living rooms with fans for kind of cool sleepovers. So my favorite tip of all is, if you're in a humid climate like I am, I couple a dehumidifier with a fan. So the dehumidifier sucks out the humidity and then the fan blows the cool air out. It's kind of like a DIY AC. And I again put the ice in behind the fan. So honestly, my place is super, super cool. Thanks for watching my video. Stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one.